City, and I have Danielle with me here. She is our most recent Platte City graduate. I am proud to be here with you today to celebrate all your success in the program. When we first started meeting for budgeting, I remember she would come in and ask for certain things, and I would have to say that is not in that is not a need at this time. Sorry, totally lost my. And week after week, as she began to tell herself no, and her bank account began to climb, I could see that she was really enjoying this new self-control that gave her power over her own finances. Famous author John Maxwell says, "Everything worthwhile in life is uphill." I want you to remember this on your journey. Life is an uphill climb, but as long as you keep putting one foot in front of the other, with hard work, determination, and God, you'll keep climbing that hill. Danielle didn't have a lot of debt when she came into the program, but she was able to pay off debt, and she got some car repairs done, totaling around $1,500. And she was able to save over $7,000. Danielle was an amazing example of how the program can support you to become self-sufficient and empower you to grow into the person you're meant to be. Danielle followed the program so well, she will be going into our graduate housing program for a few months with Andrea, who will support her on her transition to self-sufficiency. And I love that we get to support you on this journey. And now, I think Wendy has something that she would like to give you.
I did not get to spend a lot of time with Danielle. However, she was my neighbor, and she was a great neighbor. Very friendly, not too loud of music. I don't agree with that. And so we went to give you an hour.
Danielle was right above me also, so she did like her music. So I would hear her listening to it. It was fun, so I will definitely miss that. I think she has some things that she wants to share with us.
Thank you, Dawn, for everything, the guidance and the strict discipline, but with gentleness. So I appreciate that. So I wrote a little bit. I'll share that. One of the major life lessons I learned in this program is how to trust myself. Going in, I thought I needed someone telling me what to do in every detail. I was wrong. I just needed some help with discipline and saying no to myself. Someone recently told me, saying no to yourself gives you power over your finances. Before this program, I spent over a decade with someone who never told me no, and that kept me immature. It's been empowering being in this program, being told no and being disciplined for going over budget. One of my favorite Bible verses is, God disciplines those whom he loves. I appreciate that consequences have taught me how to behave better. Another valuable life lesson I was taught here at Hillcrest is to keep going back to work. That's what NA says, keep coming back. At Hillcrest, we are required to maintain a full 40 hours a week work schedule. And there have been many days where I was having major PTSD, or I just didn't feel like dealing with the drama at work. With the Hillcrest requirements, I still went to work. And even cooler, I saw God's hand work miracles in life when I felt like I couldn't continue, but I did anyway. And what brought me to this program, definitely God, and his infinite mercy and unconditional love. I had been fighting to get out of a house with a controlling and manipulative man. I had a case manager with Beacon who was diligently working to find me housing, and he sent me several links for possible housing options. I applied for Hillcrest Platte City, and I was accepted and moved in what seemed like a blink of an eye. And with the help of Hillcrest, my church, my job, and our all-powerful Creator, I have been able to get free of that prison I was once in, and I never have to go back. I enjoyed the program in many different ways. I really like Platte City. I appreciate the life skills meetings where there was dinner every Tuesday night. Having weekly access to the food pantry was also very helpful. Being involved in a group setting was nice with the other ladies in the program. There was a couple of life-changing conversations I had with those women that I will take with me for the rest of my life. Even further, I have appreciated the protection that came with this program. I've always lived in great fear. I was once told, you will never be free of us. And not only am I learning to trust again, I also feel protected, finally. Now as a graduate, I'm excited to continue receiving assistance from Hillcrest as I transition to living on my own. Thank you, Dawn, thank you, Andrea, and thank you, Hillcrest Platte County. I feel more equipped now than I ever have to start this journey of adulting, and I get to glorify God now with more responsible life choices.
Thank you, Danielle. So I have a certificate for you here, and also a quilt. So here's the quilt.